takes a strong heart to retreat. All at once I hear the birds singing, water blooms, the bells are all ringing, no more blue. I long for the golden sun rising and enjoy the packing room slicing 'cause of you. Feels like I'm born again, laughing this joyful pain. Can't think of life alone ever again.
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm going back to where I came from. To tell you why I'm leaving, I'll have to start with why I came here in the first place. Ironically, the answer for both the questions is the same. I got dumped.
You're a daydreamer.
Have you ever made 1 rupee of your own? Just give me one valid point to argue that you are a better option.
साला मुझसे ज्यादा पैसे की वैल्यू करती है। अभी यार परेशान कर दिया है। साला दिमाग से जाती नहीं है।
How dare she send us an invitation?
अबे यार बंद करो। Turn the bloody thing off. Please.
My heart is burning, brother. Trading love for money? Bloody bitch. Just because you're getting free drinks, don't, okay? If all she wanted was money, hasn't he got that already? Then what? Think about it. What has he done so far? Say you had a sister, okay? Who will you give her to? This foreign guy or that urine guy? Don't feel bad, Chris. I am talking for your own good here. Do something. I just don't want you to end up like me. This is not the solution.
He's growing weak now. Comes. Krishna, we need to talk to you.
Sanctions.
No, we'll give you more money. You go to Arvind.
To Australia.
Yes, Australia.
And do what?
Study MBA. You always wanted to do business, isn't it?
Mama, do you have any idea how much it costs to study over there?
You don't worry about that.
Yes, why would he? I should be the one to worry. Your mother wants to get a loan on this house. This house which has been with us for 3 generations. Now she wants to lose it.
Don't say that. We won't lose it. 2 million rupees will be peanuts to my son once he has an Australian master's.
2 million, Mama? Who is going to pay it back?
You. Do you think I'm an idiot to bet on a lame horse?
My son can do it. You don't worry. It's very easy to make money in Australia. You know, Arvind makes 1,000 rupees an hour.
So you want me to earn? Give me money. I'll do business.
What business? What do you know about business?
If you have money, anyone can do business. It's not a big deal.
Did you hear that? And you want to lose this house on this good for nothing?
It's my fate. It's my fate to hear all this. Wherever, it's not only here, you know, wherever I go, it's like people are paying condolences to me. It's like a death in the house.
Mama, I don't care about others. Do you trust me, Ma?
One should ask this question when one proves oneself. Shameless garbage.
सुना माँ, ये समझते हैं मुझे, garbage. What proof do you want, Dad?
Get the loan. Go to Australia. Stand on your feet and get this house back.
Okay. And what if I did?
First do.
Make a deal now. Right now.
Okay. Okay. If you do it, I'll give you twice the amount for your business. But if you don't, you'll not get anything more from my money. Not a single paisa. Deal?
Oh, who wants your money? I'll show you. I can make more money than you've ever dreamed of.
Let's see.
You will see. I'm going to Australia. I'm going, Mom. अबे यार, it's a different world. I thought heaven was a myth. Right.
Hi.
Hi.
Joe.
I'm Chris. आप कहाँ से हो?
I speak Tamil and English, not Hindi. Sorry.
In that case, English is our only common language.
Yeah.
Girlfriend?
Yeah.
Looks like fun. Make sure that's all you want, nothing else. Love always comes with a selfish agenda.
Come on, I'll show you around. Our bedroom is that way. Sorry, mate.
Understand? I mean, I told you several times, it's made, not mine.
Morning, sir.
Hi, I'm George.
Hi.
You doing the MBA?
Yes, sir.
Call me George. Fellow students here.
Hello everyone, my name is James. I'm going to be your lecturer for this subject. First of all, I need to know how many of you here are on an elective. Okay, that's good. So we're all starting from an even point. I'm going to take a moment and define some key terms so that we all know what we're talking about. So I'll give you one. What is money? So if we define money as an object or a record that we can use to exchange for goods or services, do we agree with that?
You new here?
Yes, sir. First day.
First day? No worries. You'll soon pick up the lingo, though, and the accent. You just need to chat to people. You can talk to me in the breaks if it helps.
Thank you very much, sir.
George. My name's George.
I'm Chris, sir.
So, what about what is business? Anyone?
Hey, James. Chris here seems to have an answer.
Business can be any enterprise that sells a product or service to make money, sir.
You can call me James. Is that all that a business makes? Just money?
Maybe customer base, goodwill, but ultimately it's all about money, sir.
Does anyone else have a different point of view?
Yeah, if selling a service is business, what about the employees who provide their service?
It's a good question. It's what we need to think about.
You call your lecturer by name.
So what name's he for?
Hey Chris, that's Kumar.
Ah, so you're Chris. Swagatam, bhaiya, suswagatam.
What's wrong, brother?
Everything. Everything is way too costly here. I thought India was expensive. But no. A samosa costs $3. I'll eat chicken biryani for that price in India. How do you guys live here, man?
Don't worry, man. We felt the same way when we first came. Once we got job and start earning, things got manageable.
Manageable? That is not enough for me. I have a 2 million loan on my head.
Dollars?
Rupee.
Don't even think about the loan now. Let it wait. First finish the course.
He's right, brother. I wanted to arrange a part-time job for you. Start tomorrow. That will give you enough money to survive. Once you've done the course, you will get a PR.
PR?
Permanent residency.
Yes, that will make you eligible for well-paid full-time jobs. Once you get one, you're paying the loan, you'll be breeze.
2 million rupees is the minimum annual wages for anyone here. Easy.
Dinner time, guys.
First pick up these items and take it to the packing section.
Atta 20 kg, Andhra poni rice 10 kg, tur dal 5 kg. इनके बच्चे साले तुझे छोड़ूंगा नहीं एक बार मेरे को
There's a spill here. Take the broom from there and clean it before you take it.
Sweep the floor? Bro, I'm an engineering graduate.
I was a teacher back home. This is Australia. Wake up to reality and forget your life back home. All right?
New to Australia? Rich uni guy?
I'm not rich.
Here, let me do it.
No, it's fine, I'm doing it.
Just let me do it. So what was your first job?
This.
This?
Yeah.
Ever?
Yeah.
Jeez, you had a lucky childhood. Have you ever done this kind of work before?
No way. Why will I do this? Back home we have maids, a driver, a cook, and helpers all the time.
Well, that qualifies you as a very rich kid.
Look at me now. I'm just a coolie.
A coolie? Like a cool guy?
Coolie is a hard-working, daily wage manual laborer.
It's not that hard. I do it 7 days a week.
Stacy, you're not alone anymore. Chris will help you for the time being, and Stacy will be your trainer.
Sure. Let's start the training then. So now we need to weigh out the bags.
I never even thought I'll be working somewhere. Not even as an executive. I always wanted to start my own business.
Well, good on you. But, you know, every opportunity is a training ground.
Is that what you do here?
No. Didn't even finish school. Just got nowhere else to go.
Hello. How was your day, brother? Did you like the job?
Do you think I'm an idiot to like that kind of a job? Do you know what kind of a family we are? How could you even send me there?
Why? That's the biggest Indian shop in Sydney.
I don't care if it is biggest or not. I'm just a coolie there, okay? Just a coolie.
Come on, Chris, cool down. What do you think I do? I work in a car wash. I never even wash my car back home. Damn it. Here I am washing other people's car for a job. As a student, you have a lot of visa restriction. You can't expect white-collar job.
Is it?
Yeah.
How about him? He goes in a suit. I've heard him telling his friends there are vacancies there.
It what suits you, bhai.
Oh. So you think I'm dumb? I agree I don't have any experience. But can't I learn?
It's not that. You don't know what. Just look at it.
See, Arvind, if you don't want to get me in, it's fine. Don't bluff with me.
Okay. Then come with me tomorrow. You've got a suit, right?
Okay. All right, brother. If they ask you why you want this job, tell them you're passionate about you doing it.
Sure, that's it.
Hi.
Oh, hi. You know me?
I saw you in class the other day. We have the same course.
The half-trouser lecturers class.
Yeah, the same class. I'm Kanika.
I'm Chris.
Right. It seems like you're in a rush.
Actually, he's taking me to an interview at his place. We got to go.
Oh, good luck. What do you do?
IT. Warehousing, virus management,
Wow.
maintenance, stuff like that.
Right here. On the back.
embarrassed me. You want to see the warehouse?
So everything was a lie.
Except the money. I really get 1,000 rupees an hour. If we did 8 hours in a day, 5 days a week, 1 lakh per month. That's Australia, mate. And maintain my story back home. Please.
Chitra. Hello.
Hello, Dad.
Chris? What's the matter, son? You're calling so early. Is everything all right?
Can I talk to Mom?
Your mother is in the bathroom. Is anything urgent?
Arvind got me a job as a coolie boy in the grocery store. He then took me to one more job, and that is bathroom cleaning. He wants me to choose one.
Oh, wow. Congratulations. Son, you got offered 2 jobs and the freedom to choose. That's good news. I'll tell Mom. She need not worry about the house anymore. You'll be earning, huh?
You don't worry. Your house is safe. It will remain safe, okay? Daddy, what did I call?
What are the 2 jobs he's got?
One is a boy in a grocery store.
Okay.
And the other one is cleaning bathrooms.
What? How can you let him do these menial jobs?
It's honest work. Nobody's asking him to commit crimes.
But my family is not like that.
That's why. Listen, this is what he needs. Have you heard the term dignity of labor?
Why does he have to struggle like this, huh? You didn't even have to take the loan. We have enough. For who are we earning all this, huh? For who?
For a son who knows what to do with it. Not this mama's crybaby who calls and complains every time he has an ant bite. A loser succumbs to situations. A winner makes every situation work for him.
My son is suffering in a faraway land, and over here you're sitting and lecturing me? I know what to do.
No.
Hello?
Hello. I'm Raghu from the shop. Can you come to work today?
Yes, bro.
Okay. Thank you.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Do you want to play with us?
No, it's okay. You guys play.
It's fun.
I thought you'd never be back.
I would not have, if not for you.
Oh, great. Another flirt.
No, I mean it. I gave thought to your words. This is definitely a training ground. You were right.
Really? Well, I'm glad my words make sense to someone.
And I also thought we both could play some games together.
I'm your trainer, not your playmate.
Hello, ma'am. I'm not a playboy either. This one is a routine mechanical job, just like a machine. I only thought we both can make it interesting by playing it like a game, just like kids.
What sort of game?
See, let us both start packing together and see who makes the maximum pack at the same time. What do you say?
I say I'm your trainer.
Okay.
Do you still dare to challenge me?
I love challenges.
You're genius. I've never had so much fun doing this.
If you forget to live, then we grow up.
It's true. Want some tea?
Okay.
It's clean, I promise. It just looks dirty.
It's not that. Actually, I don't know how to make tea.
I can't believe you don't know how to make tea.
Back home, even water was served to me whenever I asked.
Wow, spoiled kid.
Nice.
That's such a cool idea, playing games at work. So how is the job now?
It takes away the pain.
I really don't see the problem. When I started out, I worked in a supermarket, a garage.
It's a different culture here, sir. Back home, those jobs are meant for different class. But people here, they don't understand. When you go for any interview, they ask if you have previous experience in that job. But someone who does that kind of a job can't even afford an air ticket.
So it's the low status that bothers you, not the work itself.
Sir, I'm not sure if it is okay to ask, but you work for tourism, right?
I do, yeah.
In case there are vacancies in your work, would you mind recommending me for an office job? Sir, I'm sorry if it is too much to ask for.
Oh, it's okay. It's not the Australian way. A fair go means getting a job on your own merits.
What shall I do to prove my merits?
Well, here's an idea. Let's do the group project together. If we do well, then I can recommend you on your own merits.
Thank you very much, sir.
Oh,
it will be of great help. For sure. I'll do my best.
Hi.
Hi. Want a beer?
I can't believe there's a bar in the university. Never happens in India.
Yeah, that's the point. They just don't understand student needs very well.
Actually, I was looking for you. I wanted to ask if we could do the project together.
In demand, eh?
Actually, I'm doing it with sir.
Oh, I see.
Now, hang on. The project brief says the team can be 2 or 3 people. So you're welcome to join us if you want to.
Really? That'll be awesome.
Okay, here's the pitch. A travel and tourism company specialising in trips to and from India. A niche market with massive potential. What do you think?
Interesting. We are the best candidates then.
Yeah, it's a cool idea.
Obviously. Stroke of genius.
I knew you would be hungry. That's why I bought you this. Don't worry. I've got one for me as well. Come on. It's only us.
No, it's not that.
Have you had breakfast? Don't tell me you're dieting. Are you crazy? What's wrong with your body? You look healthy, that's all. At times, pretty as well. You know what? I like chubby chicks. With chubby cheeks, just like kids. What's the point of dieting so hard and looking like skeletons in skirts? I always think those girls should carry a warning sign on their neck. Fragile, handle with care. And how could you hold them and do... I'm sorry.
That's very kind of you.
But you are pretty. Very pretty. I must say, I don't like your hair much. You hardly care about them. Apply some oil, maybe coconut oil, and don't skip a breakfast. It's not good. I'll do a check on you every day.
My dad used to say that to me when I was a kid.
Wait. When I'm there, don't strain. Just ask.
Hang on. How about if we compete against time instead of against each other? I think we get the work done faster that way.
Yeah, makes sense.
Life alone just never felt lonely. Bright with beauty never felt lovely. This just feels a weeny bit crazy. Can't believe I could be this cheesy. What is wrong? What have you done to me? Tell me now, that's the thing. Eastern breeze shakes a strong cudgery tree.
I think we need some computer expertise here.
Arvind, can you please help us?
All at once I hear the birds singing. Water blooms, the bells are all ringing. I long for the golden sun rising and enjoy the packing.
Oh my god, what have I done?
What's wrong?
No, I opened the wrong bag. The brown rice was supposed to be returned.
Cool down. It's only one bag.
But it's very costly. I'm in so much trouble. Ragu's going to be so angry at me.
Don't panic. I'll try to sell this.
No, no one buys it here.
If no one buys it, I'll take responsibility. You won't be in trouble, okay?
No, you don't have to do that.
Feels like I'm born again, laughing this joyful pain.
Don't worry, I'll be back.
Alone ever again.
We both deserve a bonus now.
Open up and tell me you would like me. Hold my hands and take me close tightly. Don't be alone. Let's go walking in the blue moonlight. In that silence, may our hearts feel like we belong. Is this what folks call love? Why don't you tell me now? Let's fly high, dancing with angels above.
Maybe you should take me out for dinner sometime.
I'm so sorry. I should have done this long time back. Give me some time. I'll discuss with my friends and we'll make something nice one day. I'll invite you home. I promise.
You're so innocent, Chris.
Me.
But I like that innocence.
It's time. I have to leave.
Oh, okay.
What's wrong, guys?
Skilled occupation list.
What the heck is that?
Remember we told you about our permanent residency? We qualify for our PR only if our skills are on this list. Our skills have been removed as of today.
So, do they mean we are unskilled now? What does it mean finally?
Means they are kicking our ass to get off this place as soon as the course ends. We can't get a full-time job in this country.
Stay calm, guys. We might find a way out.
Way out? They have already shown us the way out. They take all our money for a piece of paper and don't even allow us to work full time. And once the time is up, they just throw us out, just like that. And we have to go roaming in the streets with huge liabilities on our head. That's bullshit, man. I better quit instead of wasting any more money here.
They won't return your fees anyway.
So better get the most out of it. Concentrate on your studies first, guys.
I didn't come here for that, okay? I just want to make money. And I don't care about your PR or any other. All I wanted was to stay here till I make enough money to get the house back. If I can't do that, it's not worth living here, yaar. Anywhere.
Don't be stupid, boy. I'm sure Uncle is going to give you everything that he's got.
And keep me in a leash. Either do or die, but never succumb. Never.
That's the spirit.
Asking someone out for dinner is a dating ritual, right? You got butter in your hands, you're looking for ghee.
What does that mean?
Melting butter gives you ghee. Melting a heart gives you residence. She is your trump card, might grab her.
Hey. Would you like some sausage roll?
I had enough.
Come on, I bought it for you.
Find someone else. I need a change.
I've been doing that much longer than you. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Is it me?
I have my own problems to worry about, okay?
Those blues again. Well, how about we play a game? I'm sure you'll snap out of it.
Give me some space, Stacy. Please. Let me think of some real solutions.
Anything that works is a real solution. Come on, just one game. First person to stack the shelves wins. All right? Go.
I will.
Come on, what's bothering you? This?
Yeah, this. This comes from our place. The whole suburb is into this business. I know how much they get paid for their hard work and see how much it is sold for. And these people believe they're entering into a fair long-term deal.
But they're still making a profit, yeah? I mean, why would they sell something if they're not getting what they need?
I'm talking about what they deserve.
If you're so concerned, start your own brand. Give them what they deserve.
Thanks for your business consultation.
You think it's a good idea?
Yeah, that's the first thing I would do straight away.
Good on you. I mean, I know this one sells really well.
How well?
At least 100 packs a day, I'm sure.
Good packs. No. This is just a small drop. We always think of big turnovers.
Small drops make an ocean.
You're right. This is not the only store. I can make a whole chain. Multiple sources of smaller income. You're a genius, Stacy.
Look how happy you are. See, it is a real solution.
Yes, it is. For many of my problems. Wow. Why can't I see it?
And when you're always aiming for the stars, sometimes you miss the good things right in front of you.
This one idea deserves a big treat.
How about Saturday night? I mean, you're not rusted on and I can finish early. We can go somewhere nice.
Your choice. You would prefer a cozy place.
The company's more important than the place.
I think we should order some more food. What would you prefer?
Your choice.
You're the guest. The choice is yours.
Okay. How about mee goreng?
No.
Not good?
I mean, I don't know. It's not from my place. I never tried.
Well, how do you know if you like it if you've never even tried it?
I'm not the kind who just goes out tasting and trying. I only touch something if I feel I can stick on to it.
Not the case here. I always try different things. You never know unless you try, right?
Is that your policy?
With food, yes. But sometimes you just know you'll like something without even trying it. Even if it's foreign to you. You somehow just know you'll love it.
And then you tried and realized you made the wrong choice. Now you can't spit and you can't swallow. It's a terrible situation to be in.
When the mind is set, it can never taste bad.
Mine. That burger plays dirty tricks at times.
You know, you shouldn't reject something just because it's foreign to you. And who knows, it might be what's best.
Cool. Point accepted. Your choice is yours. You are the ambassador for Miguren today.
We'll always long for our own foods, wherever we go. But you never know. Your best choice may still be in a different cuisine.
चल बेटे क्रिस, अब गुड नाइट बोल और निकल ले यहाँ से. चल चल बाय बोल और कट ले. अबे खड़ा क्यों है, कुछ बोलेगा? You live nearby?
Just a 10-minute walk from here.
Walk? Alone in this dark night? I can't let you go for it. Come on, I'll walk with you.
It's so nice of you.
Well, I have to admit, I can't beat 10 macho guys at the same time, just like our Indian heroes. But one thing is for sure, I'll do my best.
Thanks.
You already said that.
That was for the food. This is for your concern. No one's ever really cared about me like this before.
Really? No one? Not even your parents?
My dad used to, when I was a kid.
What happened then?
He was always possessed by this crazy idea to invent something new. Mum ridiculed his experiments, so petty fights turned into violent arguments. And when I was 14, he walked out, and I haven't heard from him since.
That's horrible. I can imagine how much pressure your mom would have had.
Not really. That bitch found a boyfriend pretty soon, and the creep moved in with us. Disgusting, isn't it?
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you.
It was disgusting. Rotten Rufus would buy me whatever I wanted. Clothes, shoes, handbags, iPods, you name it.
At least that's a relief.
Yeah, that's what I thought. until I figured out what he really wanted. In your business terms, returns on investments.
What? What was that?
Same thing every guy wants from a girl. I tried avoiding him for quite a while, but Rotten Rufus couldn't wait much longer, and one night he decided to take it from me.
Did he?
Almost.
But where was your mom?
The bitch was right there on the couch. And she was so drunk, she didn't even know what was going on. That was the night I realized home wasn't safe anymore. So I packed up my things and I left. And I never went back. Why are men always like this? Whenever they give you something, they always want more in return. Is it just men or anything that's male? But you're different. You're the most wonderful person I've ever met.
That's because you have not met many people.
I'm serious.
Okay. What makes you say that?
I can feel it.
Thanks.
This is it.
Wow. You live here?
No. I live in the granny flat out the back. Coffee?
Yeah, sure.
Give me 2 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
If we do well, then I can recommend you on your own merits.
Stacy? What a surprise. Have you come here for enrollment?
So funny. I didn't know they took high school dropouts.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you.
So you thought I'd be delighted if you ran away for 3 days? How many calls did I make? You didn't even want to talk to me, did you?
I'm so sorry. The phone was off. And by the time I saw your missed calls, it was too late to call you back. And I've been so occupied with all these assignments. I have not gone back home from past 3 days. I didn't have proper food, sleep, or anything.
Me neither. I couldn't eat or sleep or do anything. You want me to believe you honestly don't understand? You're enjoying this, aren't you? Well, enjoy as much as you want. And who could have thought that... Fine. You've made me a real beggar now.
Sorry, they didn't have pepper chicken, so we'll just have to do with the butter chicken we had last night.
Kanika, meet Stacy. Stacy, Stacy, meet Kanika. Kanika, this is Stacy.
I should have known. Better go then.
Join us for lunch?
No, thank you.
Stacy, wait. Where are you going?
To where I belong.
Do you think I'm friends with her because of her race?
It's not about race. You two are of the same class.
Of course, we are in the same class. Hang on, silly girl. There is no class in this country, okay?
You two are uni students. And I'm just a high school dropout. A coolie girl.
But that doesn't mean we can't be friends.
Friends?
But you are different from all the girls. You are special. See, this is not the best place to talk about this.
And take me somewhere else.
See, I've got the presentation today. And I'm still working on it. Give me some time. Let's meet in the evening. As soon as I'm finished with all this.
How about my place then? If that's good enough.
Okay.
Really?
He called me garbage, right? Tell him to watch me on Skype tonight. He'll see who I am. And tell him to keep the double amount ready.
So that concludes our presentation. So if there are any questions.
Can you tell me, is money the only focus of your business?
The business aims to make money. But our main focus is to give our customers a new experience, a valuable experience, which they will cherish for years to come. And they will talk about this to their friends. By giving them a value which is much more than the money they have spent, we'll add to more customers and we will make more money. That is it.
I'm glad you learned so much.
Well done, really. That was great. Great project and a great presentation. Well done. Look, this is really awkward. I know I said I'd recommend you for a job, but my company's been downsizing and I've been made redundant. Looks like you're in a better position than me now. I'm sorry. I am sorry.
Do you think he's a fool like you to call your daydreams as business plans?
Shameless garbage.
The bathroom's right there. You can freshen up if you want before dinner.
You are making dinner?
And a special dessert too.
You're making me feel so special.
It's how you've always made me feel. Just grab a plate and help yourself.
Smells great. Wow. Everything is my favorite.
No,
How?
spied on you. First time. Just bear with me.
Thanks for all the strain you took for me.
When love fills your heart, nothing is a strain. Oh, my darling, never give me pain. Wow, it's poetry.
It is. It is indeed. Let me finish it. When all that remains is a burning, dreadful pain, don't you slip and fall again. Love is just a rough terrain. How is it?
What is your problem?
You didn't like it. See, I'm not a native speaker. Let me try again. This time maybe rain, gain, or chain will work.
Do you think I'm a slut because I'm being too forward?
Don't be blind. That's what I'm trying to say. It's very common at this age. But when you get such feelings, you have to first evaluate and see if the person is worth it. That will solve many problems at the first place.
Okay, great. You know, I've always been so aware of myself. Of my size and my looks, even my brains. And somehow you made me feel good about myself. But, you know, that's my problem now. Just eat your dinner and keep going your way.
It's me, not you.
Oh, cut it out. I've heard that crap before.
Stacy, I mean it. I really mean it. You're a very beautiful, wonderful girl, Stacy. I've always admired you. But you deserve a good life. I'm just a worthless daydreamer.
Were the assignments too tough?
What do you mean?
You snap back to your blues again. It's what makes you worry about things that are never going to happen.
You think I'm going to grow big, will make a lot of money, and will establish well in life? That is never going to happen. Wake up to reality.
You create your own reality. I know you can.
Because you're psychic? Even if it happens, it's not a short-term story. It will take many, many years.
How many? 5? 10 years? Who cares? I can wait. Can't you? Look, when you're with me, you'll never lose. You want to know why? Because you lose only when you give up. And I'll never let you do that.
It's tough on you, Stacy, but why me?
I've asked myself that 1,000 times. And I've gotten 1,000 different answers. But I just know one thing. I love you, Chris.
Hello?
Hello, Ma. What's wrong?
No, nothing better. Everything is going to be all right from now.
Thank God.
Yeah, thank God. You're getting married.
Marriage? Mom, what's this new story? You haven't even told me.
We know you're not so good at taking these decisions. So we took this hassle out of you. We don't want you to suffer again, beta. You'll be very excited if you hear who you're getting married to. Sindhu.
Sindhu?
Yeah, Sindhu. Your childhood friend.
Mom, I don't think...
You don't think anything. Just agree. What's wrong with her? Huh? She's a beautiful girl. She's well educated. We know the family very well. And everything is fine with her. What more can you expect?
Mom, I'm still a student.
Don't talk as if you're a school kid. You're of the right age now. Okay, we can wait till you finish the course.
Mom, your loan is my first priority after that.
That's the least of your worries, beta, from now. Happy? If you agree to this, we will forget the deal. Huh? And your father, whatever he promised you, double for the business, you will get that. Your father never wanted you to suffer, beta. He only wanted you to learn life. And he's happy with you now. Okay? We know what is good for you and our family. You trust us, na?
Of course, Mom.
Good. Bye-bye.
Something came up.
I wanted to talk to you about our company.
We have already submitted the project, and I'm sure we'll be getting distinction in that.
We will get a distinction for it, and rightly so. But I really believe that this project can have a life that goes beyond the merely academic. Since I was made redundant, I have to look for something else. So let's make the project a real business venture. Why look for a job when you can create jobs? And the first one will be for you.
Congrats, man. You proved it. Smart work. You know, always pays in the end.
Yeah, and on that note, this is a small token of appreciation for the work you've already put in. Let's call it your first paycheck. And this one is for the IT guy.
But, sir, we didn't do it for money, sir.
Look, some of the guys who are made redundant with me are on board. They're all investing, so the finance is in place. Don't feel uncomfortable. You deserve to be part of this company. Now, what about Kanika? Will she be here today?
I don't know.
I'm going to leave you guys to it. I'm off to India tonight, and when I get back, we'll be ready for the big launch. I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. See you.
Cheers, man. Try Joe again. He should have called in sick today.
What are you guys doing here? Did anybody win a lotto?
You did. Kind of.
See this. George is really starting the company. We are a real team from now on.
Till now, I could just look at this place. Then I walked past. I can't believe it. I'm giving you a treat here today.
You definitely have a treat pending. But this treat is on him.
For the wedding.
What wedding?
How do you know?
Mom called. She told me to convince you.
यार माँ भी ना बस.
So you're getting married. It's your lucky day, man. Everything is falling into place. So now tell me all about your future better half.
About Sindhu. She's a very beautiful girl, well educated, well liked by everyone in our family.
Is that dead rich?
Very rich.
Wow, that's a jackpot, man.
I'm not just friends with Stacy anymore.
Gumayo. You didn't make any promises, did you?
I said I love her.
You mean love the Indian way?
What else?
What's love? The Indian way.
For our guys, the moment we say I love a girl, it means we have made a decision to live the rest of our life with the girl. And determined to marry her, and ready to face any problems on the way.
Isn't that a bit naive?
So you think your parents are going to accept her in place of Sindhu? Just compare the two options here. What is the first thing they will ask? What has she studied? How is her family? Will the family suit us, right? And what can you say for at least one question? Just think about it. If you were in our place, would you still be associating with her, even as a friend?
We have come a long way from that crap, brother.
Wherever, Sindhu is the best choice here. If this girl really cares about you, she herself will advise you to choose Sindhu.
What?
He has a point. She's just a school dropout from a horrible family. My parents are definitely going to object heavily. And he's right about her. She might herself wants me to choose Sindhu. Maybe not because of her sacrifice, but out of her own inferiority.
You guys think you know all about women. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
So she should never know about Sindhu. Somehow I should make her the best choice that my family could never object. And without she knowing about my plans. I think the only thing I can work on is her education.
She speaks English, brother. Just studies it up for people. Tell them she has a PhD. They will immediately believe it.
Yeah, that is true of our folks.
No. I really want her to have good education. Not just namesake. Bro, you don't know how she felt in front of Kanika and other students. I don't want her to feel that way ever again. Shh. In front of anyone.
You are crazy about her. I'm sorry, mate. I just thought that the other option will easily take you wherever you wanted to go in your life. That's all.
Thanks, bro. But once you truly fall in love, there are no more options. You have to do it.
To that painful, joy calm, love.
For love.
Cheers, guys.
For love.
Cheers.
Good morning, bro.
Wow, you look so excited.
Yes. I've got the trump card for PR. I'll tell you everything once things are finalized.
Good news. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Are you starting today?
Not right now. I've got some personal work to do. I'll catch you again. just really starting the company and giving me a real job.
Congratulations. So you've got nothing to do here anymore then?
Great escape, isn't it? Not a coolie anymore. Have you seen the yellow cover I left for you?
Is this your payout before you go?
Have I never told you to pursue your studies?
Have I never told you I'm not interested in anything anymore? Except you.
What if I'm not around anymore?
That's what I said.
I didn't mean that.
Stop being an idiot. Oh, this is too much.
Yeah, this is too much. Too much of me wants to spend every moment with you. But if you want to do this for the rest of your life, go on. Who cares? I thought you could study something and join me in the business whenever we start. So foolish.
Is that really what you thought?
No, I just made it up right now.
I'm sorry. I planned to make you breakfast and it was just weird. Forget it. What do you want me to study?
Anything that makes you happy. What do you enjoy doing the most? What do you have always dreamed to do when you were in school?
I always thought I'd go to uni and study interior design. But now whatever keeps me with you is fine.
Not fine. You deserve what you wished. Maybe you could do the foundation first. That will help you to get into uni.
Really? You think I can?
You're more smarter than you think.
Do you mean I have to be certified to be with you?
It's not for me. If you don't learn, how will you teach the kids?
I'm not going to be a teacher. How many?
I don't know. At least we can be generous with our patriotic duty. We don't kiss in public. But when we get a chance like this, we are masters in it.
Who's Sindhu?
Sindhu. He's a school friend of mine. Nothing urgent. I can call him during the day. Yeah.
not part of your life?
No. You're my whole life. I don't need money now. Just keep the savings for our first home. Your next destination. Bachelor's in Interior Design.
I'm thinking whether to go to uni.
No. No more doubts, Stacy. You have proved you can.
But with balancing work and study, there'll never be any time for us together.
Are you mocking at me? As if I don't earn enough for us? Maybe who's telling you to work when you'll start uni?
You've got dads.
That doesn't stop me from eating. Don't worry. We'll have enough for the repayments after all the expenses. I've done the calculations. Do you trust me? How come you got addiction to these cereals? Just like women back home.
Well, I'm learning your culture, aren't I? Can't look like an alien in front of your family. No, I just mean that I'm gonna have to meet them eventually, right? And it's so important that I impress them the first time that I meet them. Now I know that I have to touch their feet, get their blessings, and I can't call anyone older than me by their first names. And
Same pinch.
what does that mean?
It's a school day thing. When we come up with the same idea or wear the same color, we do same pinch. Don't you do it here?
What's new about her?
I just know she has a dream. A grand wedding with all the family members showering their blessings. Poor girl. She doesn't even have a family. I've got everyone. How about if I take her along with me and fight for my love? If they get convinced, I'll get engaged to her on the same day. When they are planning my engagement with Sindhu.
It's awesome, man.
And how awesome it will be if I give this as a big surprise to her.
Our own engagement? As a surprise to her?
Yeah.
Super idea.
She never had a good family. No good mom, no good dad. I wish I could give her
everything she has missed and be the everyone she has always needed. A caring dad, a loving mom, a good friend, and a crazy lover. As long as I live.
She's very lucky.
So am I. Come.
Perfect match.
Do you really have to go?
Dad's orders. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Where is she going?
Melbourne. To her arts place.
Melbourne. Oh.
Wow. Beautiful. Did you get this?
Joe's gift.
Oh.
You're getting engaged?
Yeah.
And no one told me? Even she didn't open her mouth.
That's because she doesn't know. It's a surprise.
You're surprising her with her own engagement? Whose brilliant idea is this? You guys, you're robbing her of the most wonderful moments of planning and preparation and daydreams. It's the best part. You idiots. Have you told your family at least?
I thought I should go with her and face them.
Uh-huh. So you're surprising everyone. What if your dad holds his heart and falls down?
He's tough.
When are you leaving?
The second Friday from now.
I'll be back by then. Have you at least proposed yet?
Propose what?
Have you got down on your knees and asked her the question, will you marry me?
That will be silly if I go and ask her this question, will you marry me? Especially after all that we have been through. How will you feel if he asks you this question after all these days?
Of course, I will break his tooth and give it to him in his hand and ask him what he was thinking all along. But their culture is different. Here, the man has to get down and ask, even if they've lived together for many years.
You reckon she won't like surprises?
Come on, just tell her today, man. Let her plan. Give her a surprise proposal, not a surprise engagement.
Surprise! Your idea. Our own brand. The samples just arrived.
And
Is this your only product, or do you have a whole line already? If I even have the right to ask.
Come on, it's our product. Stacy.
I'm going out for lunch. I won't be back for half an hour.
Don't touch me.
She was right. Exactly right.
Who?
An expert. I'm just trying to surprise you. It seems you didn't like it. Just pick up the pack and read the label again. Read the back.
You named it after me?
Who else?
I'm so sorry.
Sorry is not enough for the way you have just behaved now. Ma. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello? Hello?
I'll be back. Is it audible?
Yeah, Krishna.
Yes, ma'am. Tell me now.
Krishna, we are so excited you're coming in 2 weeks, beta. Should I fix the engagement for the Friday after the week you come?
Mom, give me at least 3 weeks of time before fixing anything.
Why 3 weeks?
For people to get to know someone and give approval. Won't you require that much of time?
Come on. What is there to know Sindhu now? You know Sindhu very well. Huh? Okay. I understand. Before the engagement, you want to have some romantic time with her, huh?
Come on, Ma.
Okay, don't worry. I'll speak to her mother. Oh, by the way, beta, before I forget, they want the list of the documents.
For what?
For the PR.
Ma, it's the least of their worries. Even I don't have it yet. Tell them not to bother.
Are you planning to come here and tell us that you're not interested in getting married at all? Are you still thinking about that other girl?
No way, Ma. I'm very much interested in marriage now.
Oh, glad to hear that. Okay, I'll call you later, huh? Bye.
Okay, Ma. Love you. Bye.
When my beautiful princess is finishing today?
8. Why?
Yeah. See you home tonight with another big surprise.
What? Bigger pack? Where are you going?
There is a belief at my place. If you ask someone where they are going when they start, it's a very bad sign. They will have hurdles.
I'm so sorry, I didn't know.
That's fine. They just have an antidote for it. Drink something from the place where the question came from and start again. That takes away the bad luck. The question didn't come from the bottle.
Not my day.
Are you okay? Did your team lose the game?
Lose the game. I'm not a fool like you to take a game seriously, a serious issue like a game.
Did you just call me a fool? You're getting angry. Get angry at the guy who calls you a fool and screw around with the guy who makes you one.
Why do you have such skewed views of him?
Stacy, he's just using you as a trump card. The moment he gets what he wants, he's going to dump you.
Because I'm a billionaire heiress?
Maybe not. But what you've got is precious for him.
Thank you for your concern. But I know more about him than anyone on the planet, okay?
Do you know his parents are arranging for his wedding with another girl?
You'd be shocked to hear that.
Wake up, Stacy. He's just talking to his mom over phone and arranging his wedding with another girl. He's going to leave in another 2 weeks. Wake up.
What are you doing here?
I think I should be asking that question.
What's bothering my princess?
Life.
What about life? You have already written it off to able hands.
My life is in my hands.
Okay. Now may I ask, these beautiful hands in marriage? Look, I was planning a surprise proposal with a nice candlelight dinner and flowers and romantic music. But since you're already here, I thought I could just pop the question.
Do you really think that's necessary?
That's exactly what I felt. Same pinch. This proposal thing was Kanika's stupid idea. In their culture, you have to propose first. Bullshit. But we know very well we want to get married.
I meant the marriage. Do you think that's necessary?
That's right. We are already a couple by all standards. Except on paper. But baby, a formal marriage has its own place in society, in culture.
In immigration?
Yeah. That's another big one.
Yeah, that's the biggest one for you, you liar. You wouldn't even be talking to me if it wasn't for that, would you?
Who told you that?
Sindhu. He. Eh?
See, don't come to any conclusions. There's a reason for it. Just open this box. I can explain.
Yeah, I know you can explain. You can make me believe whatever you want because you've studied me thoroughly, haven't you?
Exactly. I know you inch by inch. And I love every inch of you.
Save your nasty tricks for the next girl. You don't have to make a scene here. I'm still giving you what you want. I'll sign the papers. I'll even go with you to the authorities and tell them that we're married. Happy now?
But why will you do it? If you don't love me?
Did I ever say I didn't love you? But I know you don't. You never did. I was just another business deal to you. Give her what she wants and take what I need, right? You've given me so much. So I'll give this back to you. Just bring the papers.
So it was a deal. Just a bloody business deal, right? Not love.
Please don't say that over. It's precious to me, and hearing that from your lying mouth is disgusting.
All right. If I didn't really dash you, why the hell would I name my new business after you?
Who knows what's behind that? Could just be another cheap trick to try and fool me. You don't have what it takes to succeed in business. You're just a stupid daydreamer, a liar, a master of deception. You're even cheaper than Rotten Rufus. Deepa was fortunately brilliant. She escaped from hell. Stupid me.
But don't tell me I didn't warn you. I don't want you in hell. That's reserved for me.
Did you say they pay high rates for casuals in your old job?
Yeah, bro, they do. Especially in the Christmas season. Always busy. Overtime, public holidays, good money. You want me to recommend someone?
She could not clear the scholarship list.
So?
I'm going to pay the full fees to get her in. I need 1,000 more for the fees. Dear Stacy, I'm not going to ask you, how are you? Because I know you will say you are excellent. But I know you can never be happy without me. Same pinch. Though you have thrown me out of your life, I still feel I have the right to give you one last gift. Your education.
Hey, hi. How are you?
Yeah. Melbourne was really good.
Yeah, cool.
Sorry I'm late. You still packing? Come on, I'll help you.
No, I'm fine.
Okay, I'll go help her then.
Please, don't.
But I have to go there anyway. I bought her a gift. See, do you like it?
Oh, beautiful. But she wouldn't need this anymore.
Why? Did you already buy her one?
Because he's not coming back.
What? Why? What about George's job?
I've got nothing here. I'll just go and manage the Indian side.
So she's not coming with you?
It's her life, her choice. I wasn't the best for her anyway.
Did she tell you that?
That's what she meant. She thinks living with me would be like hell.
You guys had a fight.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. You made meaning out of a girl's angry words? If every guy did that, there would be no relationships on this planet. The amount of nonsense that comes out of her mouth when we're angry doesn't even make sense to us. Ask him how much he has to listen to.
I'm glad she bought yourself awareness.
Didn't you try to sort it out?
Really? He asked her to marry him. And she says no. What should I do? Go and beg her to marry him?
Come on. I know she loves you. Leave your ego and go back to her.
Kanika, I've got no ego. This is coming from self-esteem. Come on, bro. Where does love come from? Love is a feeling. If she can't feel it, it does not exist.
And you think you can exist without her?
I have existed for more than 2 decades without her.
Brilliant. I need to see Stacy. It's urgent.
Only staff are allowed inside. I can take a message.
Brother, it's urgent. You don't know what's happening.
I know what exactly is happening. And I'm glad I saved a poor girl before she did anything stupid.
Oh, so it was you. Aren't you ashamed to split a pair like them?
Ashamed? I'm proud to have saved her. Warn him. She has me. He thought he could do anything to her because she has no one?
No one? She was going to have everyone. He was going to marry her.
I know. I know why. She is a living soul with feelings, not his trump card for residency.
Yes, she's not. George's job is his trump card. That would give him enough points for residency. He doesn't need her for that.
So, what about his wedding with that Sindhu?
Did it happen? Do you know how rich that Sindhu is? She can buy 10 shops like these. But he chooses a coolie girl for love. And you call him a cheat? Do you know? You know nothing. I don't need to stand here and convince you and prove how much he loved her. Where is that idiot?
She's not an idiot, and she's not here. You may go.
You wanted to take a message, right? In case I don't find her, here is a message for her. Tell her that she is a dumb fool if she lets him go. She's never going to find anyone better than Chris because no one will love her as much as he does. Tell her that she is an idiot for listening to a bloody idiot like you.
There is a whole team behind this.
Can you please drop me home? I just don't feel like working today.
Stacy, it's not safe to leave your mail outside there.
Here, Stacy. Though you have thrown me out of your life, I still feel I have the right to give you one last gift. Your education. I have already enrolled you in the course of your choice, and I've paid all the fees. Don't show your anger with that, and please don't take this as a return for what you have given me. Because what you have given is much more than I could ever repay. I promised you I'll take care of you while you study. But you didn't give me the chance. You earned it yourself. The papadam sold well, and 50% of the profits will be into your account every time I'll make an order. Don't throw away everything that is rightfully yours. At least keep the money. Please. Take care. And all the best with your future, though I'm not part of it anymore.
Why would he want you there if it was just for residency? Bloody idiot. I messed it up. Come on, let's go to his place.
It's too late.
He's leaving today. What are you waiting for? Rush up. Let's go to the airport.
I don't even deserve him. I'm so naive and stupid. So I don't want to hold him back anymore. I should just leave him and have a good life. I'm just an idiot.
Yes, you are. Right now. He really loves you, Stacy.
I love him too. But he deserves the best. And that's not me.
You think he'll be happy without you?
He copes up well.
How about you?
Try one more time. It's not picking up. Maybe you can try, please. At least say one final goodbye for me.
Hi, Stacy. I know you will not speak to me. That's good in a way. Now I can say whatever I wanted to say without any interruption. I'm leaving for good today because I know if I'll come back, I will not leave you alone. But I don't want to take you to hell either. Before leaving, I just want to make one final request. It may sound stupid to you, but still I want to say something. In case someday or even after many, many years, if you realize I've dashed you, please get in touch. I'll be waiting for you, living with your memories and still dashing you, just the way I do now. Take care, study hard, and never give up. I dash you. Really do. She didn't pick the call. Good on her.
Hi, sir. Can I please help you? There are 2 people on your booking. Where is Stacy?
She is not joining me today.
Why didn't you cancel the ticket then?
Optimist.
Egoist. It's a special booking. It might be a problem checking you in without her.
I paid for 2 tickets. I'm not asking for the money back. Just check me in.
I'm sorry, sir. It's the system, not me.
Then pretend she is here and check her in. If that's what the system wants.
It's impossible, sir.
No, it's hard. It's very hard, I agree. But not impossible. That's how I've been living every moment of my life. Pretending she's still with me. In my mind's world. Even at this moment, she's standing right next to me. Smiling at you. With those beautiful dimples in her cheeks. Please,
May I have your passport, please?
Thanks for doing this.
Your luggage? Is that all?
My whole life lies with him.
What are you going to do for your daily needs then?
I'm gonna meet my new family. I'm sure they'll take care of me.
Dare to see hell?
Any place is heaven when we're together.
I was going alone. I didn't even make a proper plan to face them.
Don't they know I'm coming?
They don't even know you exist. But once we fall in love, there are no more options.
Together, we can tackle anything.